Have you ever been in a formal situation where you had to introduce yourself to someone else, a person or a group of professionals? Have you ever had to enter a meeting room? Have you ever had to attend a conference? Were you worried about the language that you should or shouldn't use? If you were considered for a job vacancy, the way you introduce yourself in such a formal context is very important, and it would strongly influence the process of recruiting. In other words, you can seize many opportunities by being well prepared. So, where will you need this? Well, at your workplace, meetings, exhibitions, conferences, job interviews, and so on. Okay, how can you introduce yourself formally? Step number 1. Introduce yourself and greet. You can use the following expressions to greet. Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. Good afternoon, Mr. Jackson. Good evening, Mrs. Hazel. But bear in mind that Mr. is used for both married and unmarried men. Miss is used for both married and unmarried women. However, Mrs. is only used for married women. After the greeting, say your full name, first and last names, and give a compliment. For example, I am Oliver James. My name is Lucas Edwards. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. If you were talking to someone on the phone and your voice wasn't clear enough due to some connection problems, you can help them spell your name. For example, my name is John. J for July, O for open, H for house, N for number. Then you can ask, how are you? How do you do? How are you doing? However, avoid saying hi or hello in formal situations, since they only work with casual cases. Include where you have heard about the company or the person you're talking to. For example, I have come across your official website and I thought that I would come to your office and talk about so-and-so. I have heard the media saying that this company has made such great achievements over the past few years. So, use connections, as they might be the best way to get assistance. I mean, mention people you both know. For example, I'm a friend of Olivia. She told me about you and convinced me to come to your office. Tell more about yourself, studies, work experience, skills, age, and so on. For example, I'm an accountant at, I'm currently a student at, I am 25 years old, I am highly adaptable to change, I have always considered myself to have very powerful communication skills. Okay, that's it for step 1. Introduce yourself and greet. Now step 2, ask questions. For example, what do you do for a living? What is your job? Where do you live? However, be careful. Do not be so rude by getting too personal. Ask for advice or make a suggestion. Do not make a demand. Step number 3, show that you are very excited for the conversation and talk about future plans. For example, I'm really looking forward to working with you. I'm very enthusiastic to meet you guys at the office. I can't wait to start making success at your esteemed company. Now, step number 4, end the conversation politely. Use one of the following expressions, for example. Goodbye. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you. It was a pleasure talking to you. It was a pleasure to meet you. It was a pleasure to have met you. Use this phrase if you would like to thank somebody for hosting. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you for your recommendation. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. Thank you for your sympathy. Use this phrase if the other part has shown or expressed sympathy for you in some way or another. The personal space is the physical distance between two persons in a certain environment. You have to leave an appropriate distance between you and the person you're talking to. 1 meter or more would be good when talking to people in a formal environment, like the co-workers or the acquaintances. Do not get closer. Okay, that's it for this step. At the coming step, we'll talk about common business English phrases through an interesting live session. Stay tuned. See you later.